Welcome to the great Patriot Loyalist Debate of 2015. I, Mr. T, will be your moderator of this debate today. And as we know, there are 40% of the colonial residents who are neutralists. And we want these two sides to be able to convince whether they should be a loyalist or whether they should be a patriot. So let us start with our loyalist on this side of the room. Please give me a quick introduction and then a little bit about yourself, and we'll move on.
I'm Thomas Hutchinson. I am the Royal Governor of Massachusetts, and I am a sworn enemy of the Patriots.
I'm Jonathan Butcher, and I am the official priest of the Church of England.
I am Lord Dunmore, and I am the Governor of Virginia.
Okay, and for the Patriot side, would you please introduce yourself?
I am Benjamin Franklin. I am a patriot, and I am trying to get the British to stop passing unfair laws.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Mercy Otis Warren, and I am a writer, poet, and director of plays, and I want women to have more rights.
Okay, and you, sir?
My name is Samuel Adams, and I am the founder of the Son of Liberty.
All right, thank you very much. I'd like to kick this off in a civil manner. We hope that we can compete with each other, but do it respectfully. And so, Reverend Butcher, as someone who is a member of the church, would you please start us off with a prayer?
Please help this debate be good and not be bad, and help us, the loyalists, win. Amen.
Okay, that's quite a prayer. All right, let me ask, Miss Mercy, you're our only lady in this panel today. Why do you think it's important you get to be here to represent the women of the colonies?
I think I should be representer because I have lots of people who follow me, and I tell them that it's going to be okay. We're going to have rights and
Okay.
we're going to have independence.
For our loyalists, we're joined today by two different colonial governors, Governor Hutchinson and Governor Lord Dunmore. Governor Hutchinson, I'll let you start first, and then you, Lord Dunmore. Why do you feel, as a governor, that the colonies should be loyal to the king?
Well, I think that the colony should be loyal because the king is just trying to be fair. I mean, after this French and Indian War, there's been so many deaths, and the colonists should help pay them because this war, if we didn't win, this war could be going on for years and years, and many people would be dead.
Okay, and Lord Dunmore, your thoughts?
I believe that the king knows what is great for the colonies, and that who disobey him are traitors.
Okay. Mr. Franklin, you're a very highly regarded, respected member of the colonies. You're clearly on the Patriot side. You've been working with Britain, trying to be a representative for these colonies. Why do you think Britain's not listening to you in what the colonists need here?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if maybe being more patient would help. I've tried to be as patient as I can, but it might be that I need to get a little bit harder on them, and then maybe they'll listen to me.
Okay. And Mr. Adams?
I think the British made the taxes lower because we can pay all of them off.
Okay. Now, I was going to ask you a question, though, and you kind of jumped right in. You got spirit. But, Mr. Adams, I wanted to know about your involvement with the Sons of Liberty. That group is known around the colonies, especially around Massachusetts, for maybe causing some trouble with your protests. Is it true that your group dumped that tea into the harbor?
Well, yes, it is, and we also got mad at the British for making us pay for the British tea.
Okay. If you, as I've already asked a few questions, if you have a question for a member of the other side that you want to know a little more about them, just let's be civil, but raise your hand and we'll call on you. Okay. Miss Mercy, ladies first. Who would you like to ask?
I would like to ask Lord Dunmore, why would he come and kill some of the patriots on their farms and plantations?
Because I feel that they have not been paying their taxes and that they are getting so angry they are coming to try to lower it, and we do not want that to happen.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hutchinson.
My question is for Samuel Adams. I just want to ask, why would you think dumping 90,000 pounds of tea in Boston Harbor would help the colonies and get release the taxes? Because with that, you know that the British East India Company tea is cheaper than the other tea that the colonists used to buy before the law.
What do you think, Mr. Adams?
We also think that the British tea is making us pay for it, even we don't really want to pay for the British tea and pay more taxes.
Okay. Another question? All right, Mr. Butcher.
I have a question for Samuel Adams. Did he actually want freedom and independence from Britain, or did he just want to become governor because he knew that the Patriots would vote for him as governor? Did he want more power just because of independence?
It's a tricky question. It's good to have advisors. Just a reminder, all of my team members, be ready to help your delegate.
We think that British is making us also pay for it, and we want our own independence and not make them make the laws.
Okay. Other questions, inquiries? Mr. Franklin.
I was just wondering a random question. Why are you, Mr. Butcher, bald?
Well, as a priest, I am very formal, and as you can see, that I am much older than you.
Okay.
All right, Lord Dunmore.
I have a question for Mercy Otis one. Why do you want more rights?
I'm more right because I want to choose who is on the government.
All right, and thinking of Miss Mercy Otis Warren, you're a well-known writer.
Yes.
Quite a lot of your writing has that tie to being a patriot and wanting that independence and those rights. Could you please share with us one of your short poems that you've written about being a patriot? You know, just off the top of your head. Anytime. Just a short one. Make one up if you have to.
So, patriots are always going to rule, and if we have freedom, we would all
Be cool.
we will all have rights.
Okay. A little bit more of a message poem. All right. Other questions? All right. Mr. Hutchinson.
My question is for Mr. Franklin. What if you said that the colonists had the ability to govern themselves? Well, if they had that ability, why haven't they tried? They could have moved away and started their own colonies and become the governor. Is it because they're afraid?
No, first of all. It is because we don't have enough freedom.
Well,
So-
nobody's controlling the freedom. If you live in the British area, then the British is in control of you. But you can move away to the French area or the Spain area.
Well, thanks for the idea. I never thought about that.
Okay. Miss Mercy.
I have a question for Thomas Christensen. The question is, why do you support all these terrible laws? Is it just because you want your job as to be in the government?
Well, the reason I support these laws is because I believe that everybody should help out to pay these debts. Because this war that caused all these debts was for the freedom, not the freedom, for more land for the colonists. And and since it costs so much money, they should help pay for it too, because they got an advantage out of the war also.
Okay. Mr. Butcher.
Well, I have a question for Benjamin Franklin. I have heard that you've cheated on your wife and that you have abused your son. If you get independence, what kind of mark will that leave on your country?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have been very nice to my wife, and I've never cheated. Well, actually, never mind. Yes, if there's freedom, then that would be good. But hopefully, because maybe people weren't so upset, then. Let's stick to the topic in hand.
All right. Related to the topic then, Benjamin Franklin, I have a question for you. You're a well-known scientist and inventor among many other qualities and occupations you've held. Your story of working with electricity is well known. What word would you use to best describe that experiment?
That was shocking.
Oh, very good. That's kind of what I thought. Thought it might be.
I also have a response to that question. Well, I think that maybe Mr. Franklin lost a couple brain cells with the electrocution.
Oh. Oh no, oh no.
I don't have curly girly hair unlike some people and don't put it in a bow and ponytail.
Oh.
Your picture's
Okay. Save it for the heat round or the fast round in a minute. Mr. Dunmore. Lord Dunmore, I apologize.
Ben Franklin, why would you want to do all those jobs? Wouldn't you want, since you did all of them, wouldn't you have enough money to get a bigger job and a bigger house?
Oh, well, actually, my brain works good enough that I can do a lot of jobs at the same time, and I'd say that most of my jobs take a lot of work, and I love them.
All right.
I don't like changing jobs.
One more question before we take a commercial break. Mr. Adams.
Okay, this is a question to Lord Dunmore. Why would you guys today fight in the war?
Lord Dunmore, why do you use slaves?
Because those people are traitors, and they were not obeying their king. And they are very hateful.
Okay, and with that, we are going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have our lightning speed round and final closing statement.